Hello everyone, today I'll be comparing the Canon 50mm 1.4 versus the 1.8. Now the Canon 50mm 1.4 and 1.8 are definitely two budget-friendly choices for a good 50mm lens, and we all know that the 1.4 is slightly more expensive, as you can sort of judge by the size of the box. But what sets these two lenses apart? Now, what do you pay for the significantly higher price of the 50mm 1.4? Well, you can straight away notice that it has a far superior build quality. Now, all the 50mm 1.4s are made in Japan. As you can see, it's written right on the lens. As for my 1.8, it's made in Malaysia. Yes, it's made in Malaysia. That's locally for me. And straight away you can feel how plasticky the 1.8 is compared to the 1.4. Just listen to the sound it makes. Compared to... Yes, and the 1.4 is made from plastic too, but it's definitely more solid and it's more rigid. It feels a lot more assuring in the hands. Compared to this, it's like it'll fall apart anytime soon. And the 1.4 has a metal mount. It has a fully metal mount compared to the cheap plastic mount of the 1.8. The 1.4 also has a distance scale. And the 1.4 weighs a beefy 290 grams for a lens of its size, compared to the Featherlight 130 grams of the 1.8. So basically you can say that the 1.4 totally owns the 1.8 in terms of build quality. Now the 1.4 is also slightly bigger than the 1.8, as you can see here. And with the 1.4 you get an actual focus ring. One of the main issues of the 1.8 is that the focus ring is crap. Now the focus ring on the 1.4 is not as smooth as I have anticipated, but then you can't expect L-grade performance from a lens of this price. So it goes about 180 degrees from minimum focus to infinity. As you can see here, it goes all the way around 180 degrees. It's a long pull, it's very far. So compared to the 90 degrees on the 1.8. Yes, so it's a lot easier to fine-tune your focus manually. It does make long focus pulls a little hard when shooting videos, but it's definitely a lot better to manual focus with, because this is simply a nightmare to fine-tune your focus with. So it also supports full-time manual focus on the 1.4, which the 1.8 doesn't have, and it's a micro USM compared to the micro noisy motor on the 1.8. The micro USM on this works nicely, really nicely, but it's rather fast, still not as silent, quick and reliable as the ring type USM lenses. However, it does have significantly better AF performance than the 1.8. It hunts a lot lesser and it can achieve focus in low light a lot better than the 1.8. Now, one of the main advantages of the 1.4 is the brighter maximum aperture. You can see the obviously bigger front and rear elements compared to the 1.8. Moment, uncap this. Yes. There you can see the 1.4 versus the 1.8. The 1.4 has a far better back. It looks a lot sexier, it's bigger, it's brighter. Even the front you can see clearly. So yes, this is 1.4, this is 1.8, so the 1.8 would be a lot smaller, obviously, but still differences in depth of field aren't that significant when comparing 1.4 to 1.8. They both have pretty much the same shallow depth of field. However, 1.4 lets in significantly more lights than 1.8, 67% more in fact. After all, it is 2/3 of a stop brighter. The 1.4 does tend to render the bokeh more smoothly. It also has 8 aperture blades instead of 5 in the 1.8, so you don't get bokeh pentagons when you stop it down. In terms of image quality, these two lenses are pretty much the same. They are both very soft wide open and at large apertures, and they start getting nice and sharp at 2.8. They both have apparent vignetting wide open, but the 1.4 vignettes a lot less than the 1.8 at 1.8. The 50mm 1.4 and 1.8 are both great lenses, but still, if you do not own a 50mm lens yet and you plan on getting one soon, I would definitely recommend going for the 1.4 straight away. Well, despite the slightly higher price, the far superior build quality goes a very long way. So it doesn't break as easily as the 1.8, which might possibly break on you. So it goes a very long way. It also saves a lot of costs than trying to get the 1.8 first and then trying to upgrade it to the 1.4 later on. You lose a lot of money when you're upgrading. So if you have any questions regarding these two lenses, feel free to ask them in the comment section below or send me a PM. Also, you can follow me on digitalrev at digitalrev.com/zhch15, and thanks for watching.